Guys, unless you're living on a rock, you know Game 5 is the night. What is going on, guys? SkiveWalker here. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit up A&B Masonry. They are your first and second options for any of your masonry needs. Make sure you hit up Tyler Otto. I will leave the number in the description as I always do. Guys, jumping right into it, I want to break down games 3 and 4, and not even so much break it down, but just talk a little bit about Cavaliers basketball, what's been going on the past couple games, what has been successful, what I think needs to change. And people are starting to give Ty Lue credit again for being a good coach, for coming back down 0-2 and tying the series up. Listen, Tyronn Lue is still a bumbling idiot. Still, you know what? I'm no longer even going to say he might be. He is the worst coach in the NBA. I would take anybody over him. I would love today if Dan Gilbert and Kobe Altman said, Ty Lue, we're wanting to go in a new direction. We're just gonna release you. If that happened today, I would be ecstatic. I would love to bring in Dwayne Casey to coach this team, get some ball movement, get some actual defense, because that's the only way we're going to end up winning this title. And hey, the Golden State Warriors blew a game down in over there in Oakland. That series is tied 2-2, and Houston now has home court advantage. That series could be very interesting. If Houston goes, I think the Cavs match up better against Houston than Golden State. But anyways, getting right into the Cavs, Tyronn Lue deserves. I don't even want to give him any credit. I don't think he deserves any credit at all. His matchups still are terrible. He's getting praised for putting Tristan Thompson in the lineup. I don't understand why he didn't do it from day one. As you guys know, I'm not going hypocritical here. I hate Tristan Thompson. Still do hate Tristan Thompson. But everybody in Cleveland knows, and probably the state of Ohio, if you follow the Cavs, you know Tristan Thompson has had career success against Al Horford. How is that? How does he get any credit for playing him against Al Horford? Why didn't he do it game 1 and shut down Al Horford? Game 2 we lost by 13. Sorry, we lost game 2 by 13. And I saw today that Stephen A. doesn't know if the Cavs can win on the road because they didn't blow Boston out in game 4. Well, I gotta tell you, Stephen A., the Cavs won by 9. Boston barely won game 2 by 13. And that was basically because of free throws at the end. So, dude, you are irrelevant. Shut your yap. Nobody even wants to listen to you anymore because you don't know what you're talking about. Come on. This Cleveland team is going to win tonight. They're going to win Game 5. That's my bold prediction of the day. Question of the day. When I start talking about probably my second least favorite player on the team, Jeff Green, tell me the question of the day is, am I nuts? Are you going to agree with me? Tell me what you guys think. Because when I break into this, I've had it with Tyronn Lue and his rotations, his substitutions. First of all, why is no showing up J.R. Smith still starting and still playing almost 40 minutes a game? There are some games where he hits threes and he can put up 11 points. Great. I have Kyle Korver, who hasn't missed a 3 in 2 games. 2 games, dude has not missed a 3-pointer. Why is he not starting? I understand he's a defensive liability. I get it. But at least he's coming off of screens and dropping threes. Because tonight in Boston, we're going to need to score some points. Boston is not a good team on the road. They are very good at home. They are 9-0 at home. We need somebody to score some points other than LeBron James. Why not start Kyle Korver, who's just on fire right now? It makes no sense not to play him. So Tyronn Lue, if you don't play him, you're an idiot. You're proving even more you have no idea what's going on in this series. You've said it over and over again in your conference, in your talks with the media after the games and your press conferences, that you have no idea what's going on in the series. You literally have no clue of what's gone on in these past 4 games. Not an inkling of an idea. Now to break it down. Game 1. Here's another thing that I have with Tyronn Lue, and this is going to go hand in hand with this. Why is Rodney Hood still on the bench? Why did he not play games 3 or 4? Because games 1 and 2, he basically outplayed Jeff Green. Here's game 1. Jeff Green played 20 minutes. Scores a whopping 6 points on 1 of 3 shooting. 4 of his 6 points were at the free throw line where he did go for a 4 for 4. Great job. You're able to hit a free throw. I'm so proud of you, Jeff Green. But you can't play a lick of defense, and you can't make a shot. Rodney Hood, though, 11 points in 19 minutes. So he plays 1 minute less, scores 5 more points. He shot 5 of 12. He almost shot 50%. He was 0 for 2 from the three-point line, but at least he's a threat. At least he's going to take shots and score, and Rodney Hood's going to play some kind of defense. Jeff Green, you are worthless right now. And you're only playing because Tyronn Lue wanted to sign you this year. You were great during the regular season, but this playoff, this whole postseason, you've vanished, and you've been the worst liability next to Tyronn Lue on this team. Game 2, Rodney Hood played 11 minutes. Jeff Green played 28. Rodney Hood, in his 11 minutes, dropped 2 points, shot 1 of 2. He had 1 turnover. I wish he would have been more aggressive game 2, but it is what it is. Jeff Green plays 28 minutes. 17 minutes more. Scores a whopping 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting, but has 5 turnovers. Can't hold on to the ball. I don't know if he's had too much chicken or too much popcorn. I don't understand what's going on with Jeff Green, but the dude's worthless. The guy's terrible. Send him to Toronto. Send him to Boston. Because he surely isn't showing up for our team. Game 3, Rodney Hood didn't play. Meanwhile, Jeff Green, in 19 minutes, scores a whopping 6 points again. Game 4, Rodney Hood doesn't play. Jeff Green plays 20 minutes, 2 points. Manages 5 rebounds. Shot 1 of 5 with 2 turnovers. Meanwhile, Jason Tatum's going off. I wonder why, Ty Lue. I wonder why. Jason Tatum, when LeBron James is in the game, doesn't score. But as soon as LeBron comes out, the dude's running up and down the floor scoring all of his points. Jaylen Brown, same thing. You want to know why, Tyronn Lue? Because you have worthless Jeff Green in this ballgame who can't guard me. And I'm 5'8", short and fat, and I can't run. And I can probably score on Jeff Green right now because he's that worthless. How are we letting this Boston team that has, sure, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, very good players. Markieff Morris is a solid basketball player. But they are not as good as this Cavs team. Rodney Hood is better than Terry Rozier. Jordan Clarkson, better than Terry Rozier. George Hill finally showed up here in Cleveland. I just don't understand that this Cavs team, from top to bottom, is still better than Boston. And we're struggling. We're 2-2. I can't fathom that Tyronn Lue is that bad of a coach. I can't. And people here still love him and want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's won a title. Well, let me tell you something, Jack. I don't give 2 flips if he's won 4 titles. The dude is terrible. He's horrible. The worst coach we've ever seen here in Cleveland. And that's saying something. Because we had Mike Brown, who couldn't win over in L.A. either. I think I'd rather have Mike Brown's worthless self than Tyronn Lue. Give me Byron Scott back. Give me him back. At least then he can have some form of a toughness from this team. Because this team gets bodied, pushed around. The simple fact that we're praising Tyronn Lue for playing Tristan Thompson, who's been horrible all year, against Al Horford, who he's had career success against, is just asinine. And the simple fact that we haven't gone out and gotten a big-time center, or even just a decent center like a Dwayne Dedmon, who can just guard the paint. We have a 7-footer that doesn't play. He does not play. How can we not play Ante Zizic? I understand. Most of the time, Zizic is not going to do anything on offense. He is not an offensive player. I understand. I don't want him playing 35 minutes a night. I get that. Get it. 100%. But if you need some toughness, why are we not starting Tristan? Well, we should be starting Tristan Thompson for the series. But when Al Horford's out of the game, when we slide Larry Nance, why don't we slide in Ante Zizic for it? And I love Larry Nance. I want him to play. Why don't you run both those 2 guys together? So when the second unit is out there, at least you're getting some kind of a toughness and you can play some form of defense. Because not having a 7-footer is the biggest Achilles heel on this team. We're trying so hard to be Golden State 2.0. Let me tell you something, Ty Lue. You don't have 4 superstars. You don't have, or 3 superstars. Draymond Green is not a superstar. And Klay Thompson's a B-plus star. But the dude's a great shooter and he can play great defense. Ty Lue, you have LeBron James and a B Kevin Love. A B-star player in Kevin Love. That's what you got. Okay? I love Rodney Hood. I think Rodney Hood is a great basketball, or a good basketball player. Shouldn't say great. He's a good basketball player. He needs to be getting minutes. But Ty Lue's stupid self is playing worthless Jeff Green. Because that's his boy. And he wants to defend his signing, quote unquote. Ty Lue, if you don't win a championship this year, I can understand it because Houston's very good and Golden State is Golden State and everybody knows Golden State's very good. So I can understand that aspect of it. But if we lose to the Boston Celtics, there is no more excuses for you. None. That I don't think anybody could give. Because you are that terrible. Your rotations don't make any sense. Like I said, when me and the Fett were talking about it, Kevin Love and LeBron were sitting on the bench together at the start of the fourth quarter in Game 2. Guys, we only lost that game by 13 points. Don't you think if we have our 2 stars, our 2 all-stars playing in the start of the fourth quarter or the whole fourth quarter, I don't care what their minutes are like, they cannot sit the bench in that situation. Because if they play and they win Game 2, the Cavs are up 3-1. They can win the series tonight. This is unbelievable how terrible Tyronn Lue is because he's incompetent. Looks like a stupid Ninja Turtle or a fish out of water from Chicken Little. Every time the camera pans on him during the game, he has his mouth open and looks like he has mental problems because he's that asinine and that idiotic. The guy has no clue of what's going on. None. And because that, we're sitting 2-2. Now, I'm very excited that we won both those games in Cleveland. And how sad is it that I have to be excited that we won 2 games in Cleveland? At home. And Game 4, we almost blew it. Oh my gosh. And again, another Ty Lue problem. Not coming out of the second half with any form of intensity at all. I want you guys to know, in Game 4, the Cavs won the game, but Boston won 3 out of the 4 quarters. 3 of the 4, Boston outscored us. You know why? It wasn't because they have better scores or because their defense is so great, which they do have a good defense. They do have a very good... They had the best defense in the league this year in the regular season. Very, very good defense. Very, very good coach. But you know why they're outscoring you? Because the ball is not moving. How, when Kyle Korver hasn't missed, are we not giving him the ball 10 times a game? Off of a screen. Something. Get him open so he can shoot. Why are we not having our 6'8" left-handed guard able to shoot threes, not rolling off of picks, not cutting in the lane, not moving the ball at all? Because Tyronn Lue's offense is all centered around this whole playoff. His whole game plan is sit and watch LeBron work. And hey, watching LeBron is fantastic. Best player probably to ever live. But you cannot win championships with one player. All you Jordan fans, he did not win a championship by himself. He had one of the best rebounders of all time. He also had Scottie Pippen, who's a Hall of Famer. The only Hall of Famer LeBron's played with so far, Dwayne Wade. You may say, well, Chris Bosh can go. Okay, maybe. Maybe Kevin Love, maybe. Kyrie Irving still has a lot to go in his career, but Kyrie Irving looks like a Hall of Famer, sure. But Michael Jordan played with a bona fide Hall of Famer. And what did he do without Scottie Pippen? Nothing. Always got booted out in the first round. But again, that'll be for a different discussion when we end up talking about that. But still, hey, Ty Lue, you can't win with just LeBron. Hey, Kevin, you got to start making some threes, dude. You were wide open missing threes. Now, you started to play better at home. We need you to step up tonight in Game 5 in Boston. We need you to actually hit a shot. And not just in the first quarter, but the whole stinking game. Ty Lue, why don't we play somebody who's tall enough to be able to guard somebody, who's long enough to be able to keep his arms out so he doesn't get burned? We have a guy at 6'8" as a shooting guard, can guard positions 1 through 4. He'd get smoked if you guarded a center, but he's long enough to guard a power forward. And we have him on the bench. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Playing your young guys is what's going to help you win this whole thing. Jordan Clarkson played a whopping 2 minutes in Game 4. Whopping 2 minutes. The guy can flat out score. You have to play your young guys. The simple fact that you are not is showing that you're a terrible coach. Not getting your young guys involved in any of these games is showing that you are terrible at player management. You can't develop any kind of a player. I don't want to see you back next year, even if LeBron does leave, because when we take whoever we pick with the A pick, you can't develop them to be even a role player because you ain't going to play them. Other than that, guys, the Cavs are going to win this series in 6. They're going to win Game 5. They're going to win Game 6. But it's not because of Tyronn Lue's stupid self. They're going to win because LeBron James is an all-time great player. He's going to go with his triple-double probably tonight. Probably drop 35. But Kevin Love's going to step up in a big way. And he has been. He's been getting like 12-plus rebounds a game. But Kevin Love, my bold prediction, he's going to drop 18 to 20 tonight with about 14 rebounds. Tristan Thompson, keep doing you, bro. Keep getting those double-doubles. Keep getting them rebounds. Can't believe you're actually scoring up points. I really cannot believe Tristan Thompson scoring points. Jeff Green, even when Ty Lue tells you to go into the game, just sit down, dude. Just stay seated. We don't need you. You can just get off the team. You can take your dinosaur-looking self back to Toronto if you want. Because we don't want you here in Cleveland anymore. Don't get back on the bus back. Have somebody move your stuff to wherever you're from. Because we don't want you here anymore. Because you're that bad. And you've not performed. I hope you show up tonight. Because I know Tyronn Lue's going to try to play you 45 minutes of the 48 minutes. I hope you prove me wrong. Show me up. Make me look like an idiot. I want you to. Because that means the team does well. I don't care who produces. If Rodney Hood was not playing good and Jeff Green was, I'd want Jeff Green in. I'd be ripping Rodney Hood a new one. But the simple fact that you're playing almost 30 minutes a night and you're terrible. You've been terrible. Not just bad, terrible. A defensive and offensive liability. You can't guard nobody. You can't hold on to the ball. You can't shoot. And you can barely make your free throws. Terrible. Flat out garbage. Yet you're playing 25 minutes a night. Go out and prove me something tonight, Jeff Green. Go out and show the regular season Jeff Green. Don't show me this patsy, not aggressive Jeff Green. Because that's why the Cavs are struggling these second halves. They come out like gangbangers and want a fist fight in the first half. And then Tyronn Lue goes, you know what, guys? We're being too physical. We need to set back in the second half. Ty Lue, I hope you didn't even make the trip. Because you're that bad. Alright, guys. That's all I got for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Hope it was exciting for you. Because it was fun for me. Make sure you go hit up A&B Masonry. And let's go Cavs. SkiveWalker signing off. Peace.